All right, hello again. We are back, and I want to show you a couple things real quick. We're on the venusproject.com and on the Welcome to TVP Education page. Let me show you how to get here real quick. thevenusproject.com. Head over to Extras, go down to TVP Education, and you will find that I've moved the fundraiser here, and I've also moved the interactive timeline, slideshow, and the video for the timeline all here. So it's all on the main site now. If you want to donate through PayPal, just simply click this button. It'll take you through to the PayPal screen. If you want to donate through the new Crowd Tilt fundraising campaign, then you can do it through there. And then I'll consolidate the two funds together. So here's, if you're worried about the PayPal situation, here is a fully integrated Crowd Tilt fundraising page, which is looks to be one of the lowest overall fees. You'll have a 2.5% fee on donation and 2.5% payout fee. So a total of 5%, which is the lowest of any of these fundraising platforms. All right, so please contribute to this if you can, or pass it along, So let me go back. We are here on the page. So obviously at the top, you donate here and here. And make sure you go through the timeline. Spend some time on this. We put a lot of work into it, so again, make sure you do it. And you can go here, and you can go to this Google Drive link right here where my mouse is. Click there, and you can even download this for your own purposes as a PowerPoint slideshow. And you can work through this as fast as you want, make it big screen if you'd like. And down here is the video. It's about 30 minutes long, and it just simply moves through each slide and then plays the videos itself. So have fun on this page. Come back many times. We'll keep updating and put more information there, more stuff for the seminars, more overall TVP education topics. All right, next thing real quick. Just going to show you the Venus Project app. I was unable to download it and actually show you on an iPad or anything like that, but should not be that hard. Just go head over to the iTunes store, download the Venus Project app, and work through that also. And should make it easier while you're on the go to get information, keep up to date with the Venus Project. All right, that's all I have for my updates this week. And check out a message from Vixie next. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Sue Everett, and some of you may know me as Vixie. And I do a few things for the Venus Project, like I'm co-POC for TVP Activism Spain, co-admin for TVP Activism in general. I co-coordinate the Spanish linguistic team, as well as help a little on the admin side of the linguistic team. And I've been learning about a resource-based economy now for about 5 years or so. One of the tasks I have as an admin for the TVP Activism team is to read and answer the emails we get to the TVP Activism email, and we get a lot. So I'd like to start by addressing these emails and the general idea of what to do to help us all be more organized and efficient and try to reach a resource-based economy sooner. Now, there's many topics that emails cover, and one of the most direct statements we get is, I want to help. So, first of all, please give us enough information for us to be able to help you to help us. If you tell us, for example, where in the world you are, then we can forward your email to the corresponding POC, if we have one there at the time. And if there isn't a POC, we can give you other advice. A POC is a point of contact, by the way. Some people start their emails telling Jack where he's going wrong and what he should do to make the project work. Others ask questions that indicate they haven't really read the website yet, and especially the frequently asked questions page, which was created precisely to help people understand more before asking questions. Questions about the transition, about communism, a scientific elite taking over the machines, freedom to choose if you can live in the cities or not. They've all been touched upon already. So we're only a few people answering the emails, and to have to answer over and over again the same topics in a personalized manner eats up a lot of precious time that we could be putting to other use. And if we use template answers to respond, people get offended. So it's greatly appreciated if people take the initiative to check out the tons of information there is out there before asking questions. And this leads me to the next topic I'd like to mention, which is energy and focusing it in a productive way. One thing I've noticed is that the great majority, whether they come with a positive or negative input, come with energy. And I can often visualize these people rolling up their sleeves and hitting the keyboard with passion as they burst in, ready to get this shit together by the weekend. And it's wonderful, it really is. But there are some pitfalls that can be recognized and therefore avoided at this stage. Each and every one comes to TVP with their own reasons and their baggage. But imagine starting a new job or joining a new club of some kind. How would you begin? On your first day, would you go in there telling everybody how wrong they're doing things? Or would you take the time to have a look around first and really find out what's going on? Leave your expectations outside and come in with an open and non-judgmental mind. It'll be much more positive in the long run. Come on in with energy by all means, but bring patience with you and take time to smell the flowers. What teams are there? What projects are already underway? Who could I collaborate with? Who's near me in my country? Is anybody local around me? Is anybody doing anything already? Are there any events being prepared, for example, that I can help with? Get to know people on an international level as well as a local level and learn how to collaborate both online and offline. It's extremely beneficial. Maybe after a while an idea occurs to you for a project that isn't already being worked on, and you can make a proposal for it to become an official one or not. The information how to do that is on the website. But I strongly recommend you checking around first to find out if somebody's not doing something similar already, and you can join forces instead of working alone and possibly duplicating work. The benefits of teamwork, especially on an international level, are endless, as well as being great fun. And you'll probably notice that I started by introducing myself as everything I do, because I do. I co-admin this, I co-coordinate that, and it's really much more positive. You get a lot more done. Some teams require professional level of knowledge, and others require good organization. And as you move around the community, you'll eventually find a place that you want to be, the area that you can help in, somewhere that your talents can be put to use, and learn how the teams interconnect as well. This is very important so that the communication keeps flowing. That's needs to work well. Participating in the teams is a great way to keep learning as well without even realizing it. And perhaps I'm biased, but for me, one of the best teams for this is the linguistic team. Why? Because when you have to listen to something various times, the message goes in better. And this is the same whether it's transcribing the original English or whether it's translating into another language. And the linguistic team is always happy to welcome new members. We don't just need people who speak languages either. We need native English speakers to make the original subtitles in English, as most of the material we work in is originally English, obviously. We need people who have knowledge of the technical side of things so that they can do things like create tools for us to help automate what we do. So if you're a developer or a programmer and you feel like putting your talents to good use and stretching yourself, then we'd love to have you on board. We need people with a high level of both English and their own language to be able to proofread the translations to make sure they are the best we can get them to be. So if you're interested, you can contact us on linguisticteam@thevenusproject.com or go directly to our forum and join your language team. The link will be put underneath the video. Some teams are small and may need a helping hand to get going, but don't be put off by that. Everything has to start somewhere, and we have a support system in place to help you get started. The linguistic team is vital to becoming international as an organization. We can't only stay with English material. We do need it to get out there in as many different languages as we can. So come on board and find out what fun it is to participate in the linguistic team. Other teams that you can participate in are things like the social media team that look after the Facebooks and the Twitter and so on, and the media design team where you can help make videos, viral images, or compose music for the Venus Project. There's lots of things you can help with. And that leads me to another topic. Lots of things to do, and so sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the enthusiasm and want to take part in everything. and it's not a good idea. Do what you feel you can do and take on honestly without overloading your timetable. These voluntary things can take up a lot more time than you imagine at the beginning. They grow. And it's easy to do too much or to try to do too much and then get burned out. And we don't want to lose you. So remember also that as part of this team, you will be relied upon to be present and active. On the other hand, we do also understand that sometimes real life can take you away from saving the world. So if you find that you're not going to be able to participate for a certain amount of time, it's thoughtful and helpful to let the team know so that they can adjust accordingly. All you have to do is send an email to the coordinator and explain that for X amount of time you won't be able to be around, or perhaps for whatever reasons you have to leave the team, and then they can make plan B or whatever. But to just leave people hanging is very unfair, really, because they don't know whether you're going to come back, what to do with the work that you might have been working on already. So just think about that. Another really cool thing for both new members and ones that have been around for a while as well is to participate in the audio chats in TeamSpeak. Before and after the Sunday seminars, for example, we have some wonderful conversations. Sometimes we answer questions, sometimes we touch upon the topics that have been mentioned in the seminar. And it's a great place for networking and meeting other people. And right now I feel it's being infra-utilised. So as the Sunday seminars touch upon many subjects, I'd invite you to come along in. You know, that they're every Sunday at 18 UTC. We'll put a link under the video again so that you can find out and convert 18 UTC to your own local time. Some teams do hold their national conferences in there. For example, the Spanish team we have our meetings on Monday evenings, and at the present time we're preparing an event for the end of January, and it's much easier and faster to talk about it sometimes than to have to write it all down and wait for somebody to answer an email or a post on Facebook or whatever. So think about the TeamSpeak thing. It's very interesting. It's a tool for the future that we have now. There is a video tutorial on how to download and install TeamSpeak on the YouTube TVP educational channel, but I'm sure it will be put underneath the video as well. Another tool we have is the section of the website that hosts the activism community, and you can join the groups there, one for your country or your state, and meet other people close by to you, and you can post on topics that you find interesting and relevant to a resource-based economy, of course. And if you're the first one in your country's team or your state's team, hang on in there. You know, sooner or later somebody will show up. Somebody's got to be the pioneer. You can also join the many Facebook pages there are. Just remember that not everyone on the Facebook is qualified to talk knowledgeably about a resource-based economy. So keep learning for yourself to be able to spot when someone is confused, and you can maybe give them a better answer yourself eventually. One thing that we do ask is for people, please, not to start their own Facebook groups. We do understand how easy and tempting it is, but we already do have the ones we feel are sufficient and that we can manage. And oftentimes these independent Facebook groups end up posting incorrect information or topics that are not related to resource-based economy, and this ends up confusing people. And other times people simply stop administrating the Facebook for whatever reason, and it kind of looks bad if the last post that was up there was months ago, you know. So all countries that have a POC do have a Facebook provided, specifically created for them by the Venus Project, and it's much more productive to work together on the same page, literally on the same page, than it is to have various Facebooks, each one going their own way. Now, another topic, and this one's a little bit touchy sometimes. People seem to take offence sometimes when emphasis is put on keeping on learning. It's like the words learn, education, study, and similar words seem to bring negative connotations with them, and that's a pity. And it's probably a hangover from the actual school system that we have today that kills interest and incentive of its own accord. Learning about TVP and what it proposes is very different from studying at school, and actually the more you learn, the more you realise you still have to learn. And there's no timetable. You can go at your own speed and when you have time and feel receptive to taking in new information. The more info you get, the more you will see yourself changing in the way you understand what's happening around you and the people you come into contact with. There's also a TVP course you can join, which is very helpful indeed, and info on who to contact for that will be put under the video. So don't close your mind to keeping on learning. It's part of the mentality we're working towards in a resource-based economy. Excuse me. If you feel like organizing something like a screening of one of the Venus Project's documentaries, don't hesitate to contact us on admin@tvpactivism.com, and we can help and give advice, especially for first-timers. We can also support you in Q&A sessions afterwards by setting up live video conferences with more experienced POCs who can answer questions that you might not be quite ready to handle yet. Imagine how impressive that would be, having people from all around the world at the same time helping out. We can provide official posters and other material as well to make your event a success, so don't be shy to ask for help. That's what it's all about, collaboration. And with that, I'm going to end my sermon for today. I hope it's been helpful. There's many other things that we could talk about, but we'll leave those for another day. And I hope it helps you to come into the community and be helpful. Bye-bye and thank you.